Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome. I'm so glad you found me. I have a Dollar Tree DIY for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you step by step how to make this beautiful floral wreath photo frame. All of the materials, with the exception of the chicken wire, came from Dollar Tree. This is a fun and easy craft that anyone can make. Let me show you how to make it. To get started, you will need an 8x10 photo frame from Dollar Tree. This is the one that I chose. I like it because it is wide and it has a faux wood finish and texture to it. You will also need some white acrylic paint. I'll be using Apple Barrel. You want to give your frame one good coat of white paint. You don't need to get it completely covered because we are going to go back and distress it. Set this aside to fully dry. I have all of my greenery and florals prepped. I used one stem of white daylilies, one stem of this beautiful peach spike, one stem of white wildflowers, and one stem of what they call impatiens. I thought that the two colors of these florals went together great. And then I used one stem of the green artificial ferns. You'll want to cut those to individual leaves. We're going to work on our bow now using the Easy Bow Maker. The first ribbon that I'm using is this beautiful dark green. It came from the fall collection last year. I'm also going to be using the burlap and lace ribbon that Dollar Tree always carries. You'll want to lay the lace ribbon on top of the dark green ribbon and use them together as we make the bow. To start, you want to measure your tails at 6 inches. Now we're going to work on our loops. You want to start by leaving 1.5 inches out. Then you'll measure one loop on each side at 4 inches. Once you pass through the center, make sure to twist your ribbon so that the knife side is facing down. Now we're going to do a center loop measuring at 2 inches. Leave about 1.5 inches and trim your ribbon. You'll want to lift the bow up and tie the center with a full length pipe cleaner, wrapping around twice and securing in the back. On the small piece of excess ribbon in your bow, just fold it down and hot glue it to keep it out of the way. Fluff out your bow and pull down your tails. This is what your bow should look like. Now you'll want to distress your frame with some sandpaper. You don't want to take too much off, but just enough so that you can see the wood grain. Now we'll be using the Waverly Antique Wax to finish off antiquing our piece. To use the Waverly Antique Wax, you want to use the dry brush method. You'll want to use a rough brush and a small amount of paint and no water. Use the backing of the photo frame to size and cut out a piece of the chicken wire. Use a good pair of wire cutters to do it. I purchased the chicken wire from Amazon.com. I will put a link in the description box below. You'll want to initially secure the chicken wire at the back of the frame using the same prongs that you would use to attach the backing. That will hold it in place until you can run a good bead of hot glue all the way around the edges. Now we're going to work on attaching our greenery and florals to our photo frame. You'll want to attach your greenery first and follow by attaching your florals. When choosing what florals you're going to use for this project, you'll want to make sure that you keep the blooms small so that they're proportionate to the size of the frame that we're using. When placing your florals, it's best to start working from your background forward. I did add some leftover green leaves to cover this area where I'm going to attach the bow. I wanted to make sure that it had good coverage before I placed my bow. To attach your bow, simply take the pipe cleaners and wrap them around the corner of the frame. Twist and secure in the back. And here we go, we're all done. I am so happy with how this turned out. I love the rustic farmhouse feel. I think the color combinations go together very well. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's craft. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and show me some love in the comments. This really does help support my channel. It lets YouTube know that I have content that's worth watching, so then they show it to more viewers. Thanks again for stopping by. You know it's always a pleasure to see you. I hope everyone is staying happy, healthy, and strong. You have a great day, and I will see you next time.